This is terrible because the Duffer Brothers have finally answered some of the biggest questions left after the Stranger Things finale, and you're not going to like their answers. They say the reason there's no Demogorgons in the final battle is mainly it's just that Vecna was not expecting the sneak attack on his home turf. Never in a million years could he even imagine that. They're there somewhere. But they're basically saying the villain that has repeatedly used Will as a spy throughout all the seasons and can go into people's minds and see what they're thinking has been fooled by a sneak attack. I feel like they just forgot Demogorgons were supposed to be there. They were also asked about why Will felt no pain when Vecna ends up dying, since he has such a close connection to the hive mind and repeatedly felt the same pain that the Mind Flayer and Vecna did. And they said when the Mind Flayer is getting attacked, we see how much pain he is in, obviously, even with Henry's memories, but we just wanted to focus on the final battle with our heroes. Basically saying like, oh yeah, that was a plot thread for the last 5 seasons, but we didn't want to focus on it here at the very end. They also talked about the fact that yes, in the Stranger Things play, it's revealed that Joyce and Hopper knew Henry and went to high school with him. They were asked why they never acknowledged that in the finale, and they say, oh well, they didn't want to make people mad that didn't watch the play. And they end this quote by saying, oh, but I'm sure they did have that conversation off screen. Like, you're the writers of the series, buddy. Like, we literally see Joyce in Henry's high school flashbacks. You could have added a 10-second scene of Hopper and Joyce making the realization. Also confirmed that, yeah, Holly, Wheeler, and her friends were never initially going to be a part of Stranger Things 5. They also say there was no specific reason Vecna needed 12 kids, and they honestly don't know how they got to that calculation. That's a real quote by them. I enjoyed the finale, but it's clear they had no idea what they were doing.